Hi guys, my name is Patrick Stoll, and I did my case study on give your toddler a kitchen knife. Kitchen knives and children don't exactly go together in most eyes of American society. Um, in the United States especially, but other parts of the world trust their children with dangerous objects such as a knife or a machete. Most of the reason why they do that is because they will let their child figure out on their own what's dangerous or what can hurt them. It's kind of like when your mom tells you don't touch the baking oven after you bake cookies. You touch it, it burns you, you don't do it again. It's more on the lines of that. Um, the belief that children will learn of the dangers is not a social norm in America and other parts of the world. It the parents today have less children and they coddle them so that they don't be able to learn from them for themselves, and it really just makes them so introverted, and that's why I feel we have so many kids that can't really get out there and tackle the world after they're done with high school, because between the ages of 2 and 6 their parents just do everything for them. um, Building skills, especially like helping your parents cook or cutting up vegetables. Most kids have eating disorders at a very young age. Like I said, between 2 and 6 is when mostly those types of things occur, and it's just a lack of their parents letting go and letting them do for themselves. Um, Even if the child just starts cutting soft foods with like a butter knife, and as long as there's always supervision, that is key, because even if you turn your back for a second, even a butter knife could do a little bit of a damage to a young child. When it comes to the valuable opportunities, these kids really need to show themselves how to be successful, and everyone needs that little pat on the back. So if they're, doing something, you're like, no, 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 you can't do that yet. They get discouraged, they don't want to do it. So then they decide, you know what, I'm out. I'm gonna just kind of shut down. So giving them the proper tools is very essential when it comes to dealing with sharp objects and things that can hurt them. Um, Parents are generally scared because they don't want their kids to cut off a finger or hurt themselves bad enough that they don't feel comfortable with using any types of knives or, like I said earlier, machetes. I mean, that's pretty impressive. They cut coconuts in other parts of the world that have them more normally, and it really shows that you gotta let go and let them kind of push off onto their own learning, and then you're kind of there to kind of walk them through it, make sure everything's good, and yeah, I mean, as personally, I didn't use a knife as a young child, so uh, probably why society eats out so much in America. Food for thought. Depriving children of learning experiences. I've tackled that to society. Um, it just really, which means you cannot do anything themselves, such as cook and clean. Those things can only get taught at a young age, and the child, so they have a better understanding of why they're doing it and why they have to eat certain foods. And those kids that can really push themselves are the ones that are going to push later in life and thrive. And yeah.